Well, hello, everybody. This is Wednesday, June the 23rd. This is Canonsburg United Presbyterian Church. It's like 1-ish. This is Don Coleman, and I'm Kenton Clink, and we're here to do our thing again. I guess first things first.
No.
What?
I need to correct you.
It's June 23rd, isn't it? Yes, it is.
No?
What is it?
22nd. 19th was Sunday. 20, 21, 22.
Really the 22nd. Oh,
Can you see those little numbers? That's why I check my watch. I'm like, it's actually good for something.
Well, you know what? I messed it up on purpose.
You messed it up on purpose.
Yeah, I messed it up on purpose. Yeah. Hey, did you see that we have a little present right here? It's an anonymous present.
I don't know that it's a we. It's more of a you, I think.
Look, zoom in on this. It says Kenton, and in little parentheses it says, and Dawn.
I think I was an afterthought.
Well,
I think it was just because.
So let's see what's in here. A T-shirt. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be so glad to see this. It says Got Church on it. Remember, you heard it here first at Canonsburg, UP. Got Church, $1 million idea. We can build another sanctuary if you guys all buy a T-shirt. And remember, Got Church. All right. You will see. You
gotta see the inside, right? It says, "Thank you for sharing your gift of music with the world." Period.
Yeah.
And for the laughs every Wednesday! ! Heart. But it is not mentioned
who it is.
There's nothing.
There's nothing.
There's
nothing.
There's a matching T-shirt in here for me too. The only reason
yours
is
XL.
This one's yours.
I know it's a double XL. Okay, you don't have to force it.
Well, hold on a second. What's this one?
It's an XL. I looked.
That's too big for me. I will have to give it to somebody else.
I don't think so.
Oh, trust me.
Oh, please.
They got me.
Dude,
really? Really?
Come on. If you're a large, I'll
buy everything has this large right
here. Put it back in the bag.
Man.
For goodness sake. If anything, I can have two.
I know who you are. We're going to have words.
See, what is that? He knows.
I think really I think what it is that there's two options for you.
Are you sure that's seeing both of us? It seems a long way.
It really does look like it's just on me. You're not even in the frame.
I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised at all.
You're the afterthought. I saw that you're getting this, and I just couldn't. I was like, I'm so. What's the word?
You want the hour back again, don't you?
Yeah.
You want me to give it up so you can have it, hog it all back again?
Yeah.
And what do you have to offer on a Wednesday afternoon at 1? Besides a smile.
Nothing.
Exactly.
I have nothing to offer.
Exactly. And another question I would like to ask the general public. If you were going to sit in an unair-conditioned place for an hour, would you not think earlier in the day, I should go turn the air conditioner on? But no, okay? So I come in here, it's 1,000 degrees, I have to go downstairs myself, I tell you, turn the air conditioning on, and then he comes up and yells because I turned it on for 6 hours. Well, hey, I just, everybody should be cool.
So are you admitting to the entire world
that I turned the air conditioner on for 6 hours?
that you're a baby and that you need your...
I don't know about the word baby. Okay, I'm not so sure about the word baby.
If the diaper fits.
Oh, man. When this camera is off, the guy's going to need crutches. That's all I'm going to say. Crutches.
Yeah, by the way, I'm going to have my knee replaced.
Oh, you are not.
No, I'm not, but that's the only reason. The only time I ever needed crutches was when I sprained my ankles in high school.
Well, you're going to need crutches this afternoon. Yep. You might have to call Bridget to transfer Brennan back and forth today. Yep.
Yeah, we got to be done here because I got to go.
Oh, well, excuse me, but guess what?
You take priority?
No, guess what?
Chicken butt. I don't know.
I don't care.
Yeah. It's
right?
All right, see you later.
No. I got stuff to talk.
All right, yeah, you got something you wanted to say.
Yes,
so you got something you wanted to say. I have no idea what this is. I'll admit I'm a little bit anxious.
Oh, really anxious? I mean, he's going to sweat.
No, because the air conditioning's turned
already.
on. So
it's in my hair, sweat. It's wrong, Dawn. I should not be sweating. Anyway.
So you want to say something?
Yes, it's been a very strange last week for me, and there are 3 things in my life that I thought I would talk about today. And they're not great things, but the 3 things add up to something. So, and it also circles back to you and your sermon series.
Okay. All right.
And his sermon series is Treasured. We are leading up to Bible school on July the July the 11th.
It's a long wait
yeah.
till VBS.
It's called at VBS this year. July 11th.
July
VBS.
the 11th,
Yep.
yes. Yep.
Anyway, yes, so he's teaching this series, Treasured, and I had a strange week. 3 things happened to me. The first thing is that I was playing at an event on Saturday, and the event was almost over, and I was giving it my all to make sure that the people that needed the enjoyment of it were receiving it, all the benefits of it. So, quite to my surprise, a woman came up to where I was performing and threw a $20 bill on the instrument that I was playing. Not handed it, just threw it. And my first instinct was to say, no, I don't want that. But she turned around and walked away. Threw the 20, and it was wrinkled up, and walked away. Okay. So for some reason, that hurt me. Second hurt. A colleague of mine and I were in the throes of a business discussion, and I was accused of lying. Now, if you know me, I don't lie. And I have no use for liars, so if I catch somebody in a lie, they're like dead to me. The third thing is that a good friend of mine had surgery this week, and the prognosis was not what we all hoped for, and that made me sad too. But the thing that those 3 events have in common, because they're not related at all, is that the question why lays on the bottom of each one of those events. Why the $20? Why calling me a liar after all this time? And why, Lord, is this not working out the best way possible? And in pondering those 3 things, I realized that one of my treasures is that I can really not care about why the woman gave me the $20 or assume that it was for all good reasons. I could also forgive my colleague who called me a liar. And the question why for the last one in the cancer prognosis, we know that we don't know that. That's the question of why that we don't get answered. But we can put our faith in that. And in that, it drew me to these conclusions. My treasure, where your treasure is, so is your heart, okay, was the important scripture last week. Where your treasure is, so is your heart. I realized yesterday in pondering those things and praying about them and praying for those people that hurt me, even the woman with the 20. I mean, I took the 20, I ain't crazy. But anyway, I realized that those 3 things can all be solved with my never ending well of faith. And that for me is a treasure. The treasure of the love God has for me and I have for him. It's also a treasure, and that's where my heart is. The treasure that I have in praying for healing and wholeness for my friend a prayer is a gift. It's a treasure. So where my treasures are, and those are my treasures, is where my heart is, because everybody knows how I feel about this place, and what my faith has to do with that. So in thinking of all that, I came around to your sermon in that where your treasure is, so is your heart. Yeah. And in those 3 things that they really just bugged me to the point where they really shouldn't have, but they bugged me. And I realized that in my mind I was thinking about all of them relating to each other, and they really don't. They're 3 separate incidents, but also point to the cross in every one.
Yeah, well, I mean, just hearing that.
See, are you surprised? I told you I was going to make a fool of you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, so what I notice. Well, first off, thanks for sharing that, because
you're welcome.
What you actually just shared is a process of experiencing a hurt, a pain, a wound, right?
That $20 cut me to my quick.
Right, yeah.
Cut me to the quick that day.
And what's funny too is because when we often talk about, a wound or trauma, that's a word that's being used a lot in trauma. People often think of some huge, big thing, but a trauma or a wound can be to one person, can be nothing. And to another person,
everything.
It can be huge.
Yes.
And so it's so important, just this small side. It's so important that we don't, that we don't judge one person. Like, you shared with me about the $20, and I kind of laughed.
Other words.
I kind of laughed it off.
Right.
But in that instance, it made a huge impact on you.
It did.
And so anyway,
but for the first time in my life, it made me question whether or not I'm good at what I did, because I thought to myself, was the $20 a reflection of my performance, or is the $20? It just made me feel, to tell you the truth, cheap, and in that cheapness, I felt hurt.
Yeah. Now, speaking specifically about that, I think, so actually, hold on a second. Let me come back to that.
I worked through it, but go ahead.
Well, that's what I want to thank you about, because you processed through these wounds and shared it in front of other people as a testament that other people who have similar, not the same, but we all have traumas, we all have wounds.
Daily.
And sometimes we get stuck in them, for a day, a week, or a longer.
Well, I was angry and I didn't like it.
Yeah. And I think you're being honest. Like, hey, here's something that happened. I was angry. But then here's the process. I went through it, and I learned something, and I grew because of it. And you shared that so that as an example to other people.
Sure.
Now, one thing I think, and again, you've processed through this, but I didn't see it. But I don't think, given that person's demeanor while they were here, both during the service and following, and all of the other things that were involved with the service, I don't think it was intended that way. But it's funny, they are not. They're not here regularly. Family, out of town, So it's funny how the different, I will say, and traditions isn't the right word, but habits and patterns that people engage in are so different, and what it could have been meant in a lot of different ways.
Oh, sure.
As a joke.
No, it wasn't a joke.
I don't mean
but I'm just saying,
it wasn't. Maybe it was meant as a playful show of appreciation, not a joke. But playful show of appreciation. Maybe it could have been legitimate, but in that moment, they're actually grieving and anxious and didn't know how to maneuver that.
Yeah, maybe she did. Maybe she was moved about what I
exactly.
did.
Yeah, I think. You did a great job. There was no question about that. But here, I do need to clarify one other thing, though.
Go ahead.
Because it is in front of everybody. I wasn't calling you a liar. I was calling you lying in the moment, because I knew that you had the $20 to pay for lunch, and when you didn't say you said you had no money, I was like,
talk about lying. Look out, ladies and gentlemen. Get the shovel, okay? Because he's off the rails, off script. No.
When you said that at
off
first,
the chain, okay?
When you said it at first, I was like, did I call you a liar?
No, it wasn't.
And I was like, no. But I realized, no, it wasn't. No,
it wasn't.
I call you worse things than a liar.
Well,
so that's not.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
Much worse things.
Yeah.
Well, I take more liberties than you do.
They're not lying. They're just liberties.
I don't, dude.
I love just making. That's what I like doing right there. I felt like there was something else that I was going to say, but now I don't remember.
Well, anyway, but I thought I need to share this with people in that I know how trivial they may seem to the average person or somebody listening. You may think, oh, if that's all you have to worry about. Well, that's not the issue. The issue is that I'm tiptoeing my way through life here, and all of a sudden, my Cheerios aren't too good, and I just I had to work through that. I live alone. It's just I have to work through stuff. But the one thing I am angry with you about is that you guys went to see Top Gun without me.
Yeah, I mean, Top Gun Maverick. I should
whoever. Okay, I just can't believe it. I mean, I told you
it's not a bad movie.
Yeah,
I would say it's not a great movie.
Yeah. Does Tom Cruise look old?
He looks a lot older. There's a preface. He actually gets on screen before the movie starts and kind of gives he just kind of gives like a statement to the audience for watching this.
Oh, okay.
Which was kind of weird.
That kind of happened on Will and Grace when they came back after 15 years.
Did they? See, I never watched
They came back after 15 years.
Yeah.
And in the dialogue in the first 5 minutes, they had a recap and said, this is what happened.
Did they go direct to camera?
Yeah, just about direct to the camera.
Okay. Well, that was what. Yeah. But it was a funny thing is he didn't look made up in there. He looked kind of his age. He'd like, I don't know,
Well,
you saw it in the face. But then in the movie,
He looked great.
it was either they did something with his skin or he spent 3 hours in the makeup chair ahead of time.
That, or he had a
He's in his
body double.
50s. I mean, the face. That was the thing. I'm like, really smooth in the face there.
Well, sometimes when you look at the Mission Impossible movies.
Oh,
You have
well, yeah,
the-
he's wearing masks and
Yeah,
stuff.
right. But you have the same. Is he older? Is he older or is this magic?
Yeah, yeah.
But
anyway, it's not a bad movie. It's fun. There's certainly the jet stuff is way cooler and more
Sure.
more in depth than is in the first one.
Well, 4D Ultra
Yeah,
HD.
yeah. They
too.
don't go. I don't know. It's very much set in the same parameters as the first one. A lot of callbacks to the first one. So I don't know. There was a part of me that was kind of like rolling my eyes a little bit in terms of.
McGinnis, the woman, is she there?
No, Kelly McGinnis is not. There's articles out there you can find online why she's not, whatnot. There's a completely another character, but they write her in such a way as if, they've got a backstory and a history, so that, but there isn't.
Top of a motorcycle?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you see him ride the motorcycle. Again, nothing,
Well,
all the things that you
I'm
would
a fan.
expect, even what's his name's in there, Val Kilmer's in there.
Yeah.
So, Iceman.
Iceman?
That was his call
that's right.
sign in the first movie. Yeah.
He's gotten old, though, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
the only one, of course, Anthony
Edwards.
Anthony Edwards is dead in the movie, not
Right.
in the. Yeah, I keep forgetting it's Anthony Edwards
Oh.
because he had a full head of hair and
Yeah.
everything, and by the time he gets to ER, he's bald and everything else now. So he looks very
you're
different.
younger than you look. That's
Wow, thanks. That's a compliment I've never received
a
before.
child of the 80s here. So he was like 2.
younger than I look. No, I was older than 2. It came out in 86
Okay, how old were
or
you?
88. I was
6.
8 years old. I was born in 78. So.
Oh, 78. Well, you're just a baby.
Why am I apologizing about how old I am? That's
Well, you
sad. Or how young I am.
You make me apologize for how old I am all the time.
Yeah, it's different.
Certainly aware of it.
Yeah.
Okay, I tried to get spruced up today a little
You
bit.
really did, and then you get given a T-shirt.
I know, I didn't put it on because I was
Because
gonna
you're
put-
wearing such nice clothes, you don't want to put it on.
No, I was going to put it on over these clothes, but it's too hot in here. Okay? So, I leave air conditioning.
Wear shorts.
He did the same thing on Sunday morning. I come in here, sweat was pouring out of me.
Sunday morning it was fine.
Oh, no.
I was here long time before you were.
2 hours, big deal.
Air conditioning was running.
Oh,
it was
my
all
goodness.
good.
Not long enough. I told you it takes 8 hours to cool this place down, especially when it's 90 degrees outside.
It wasn't over the weekend, though.
Oh, but the box holds the heat all the time. Argue with me. He'll fact check me. He'll come in there with a thermometer and say, no.
Rather be right. Got to be right.
Oh my goodness.
Wrong to live a lie. I think actually that's one of the so to bring it back around. I think that's one of the most important things about the Christian faith. I contend.
Air conditioning?
No. Truth.
Truth.
I contend.
I didn't lie today when you said, did you turn the air conditioner on?
You didn't. No, that's not what I mean. I don't mean being truthful. Yes, I think being truthful is central to living a life that is healthy. And I think that following Jesus, even if it was all lie, is a better way to live than not.
Without.
But I don't follow Jesus because I think it's a lie. I follow Jesus because I think it's true.
Well,
I think
yes.
he's true,
And I
I
follow
think
him
that
too.
does matter.
And I
don't like.
I personally don't
We don't
care.
like lies. Neither
I
one of us
I
do.
don't personally care for people who say, well, I'm going to believe in Christ and I'm going to believe in God because I don't want to go to hell. So that's not a good reason.
There's so much more to life than that.
Yeah, there is.
In fact,
There's more
we'll
meaning.
talk about that Sunday.
There's more meaning to what we offer here than heaven or hell. It's a lifestyle. It's a life-changing place, and that's what we should be. But those are all outreach things that you would hope that people would know to come to church when they have a problem. Know to that empty spot they have inside is the Holy Spirit saying, come and learn about me.
Well, I mean, one of the keys is for the church then, we've got to make sure, and I mean this big we, not just, we, but overall, we as a community, and when we say the word church, that's what we mean, a community of people who believe in Jesus and follow Jesus. We need to do the hard work to make sure that we're healthy. We need to make sure that we're not lying, we're not gossiping, we're not doing the kind of hurtful things that cause unnecessary wounds. Now, we're all going to make mistakes.
Absolutely.
We're all going to mess up. We're not perfect.
Absolutely.
But, we need to be and create and cultivate a community where people find those things. And when they're a part of it, they're like, yes, I feel my life is better. The last thing you should do is you come to church because of an obligation and be angry when you leave. Like, that's... Obviously, there's you parts about that. You have to do the things individually, but the community should be doing those things too.
Community is what put these T-shirts.
Yeah. Here's the thing is, so not to tell you the whole. I know the whole story.
Yeah.
Most of this, I know what I've been told. I know what I've talked about. But perfect example. I will say this: there were two people that talked to me.
Okay.
They were moved by what you said and thought it would be a fun thing.
It is a fun thing.
To be able to give that to you as a word of encouragement.
Did you see what it says on the back?
Yeah, I did. So, funny thing is, I knew about these, then I saw them hanging up in a vehicle from the backside. And I'm like, oh, what's that? And then they're like, oh yeah, here we go. And I'm like, okay, because I already knew about the front. I didn't know exactly what it would look like.
$1 million starting here.
$1 million. Got church.
Okay.
Got church? Have you got church?
Thank you. Okay. Did someone say maybe you should positively reinforce that for Kenton a little bit? Because I got no support off you so far for Got Church.
No.
That was a long sentence. Whew. I got no support off you for Got Church. None.
You know what that's got? Community?
Well, that's what it
got
says.
People who love you and care
church.
About you and are willing to support you and
Did you see
encourage
there's a
you.
little cross on there?
I did. Oh, that's the whole
pretty
thing.
cool.
It's really cool.
I mean, it's really cool. I'm never going to want to wash it
No.
because it'll never stay.
But you are going to wear it, so that's.
I'm going to wear it.
That's going to be a
stinks.
tricky thing.
I'm going to wear it till it
never
stinks
wash
and
it.
stands alone. Yeah. Oh, we can wear it together at the same time. How about Sunday?
I will wash mine though. That's the difference. Mine's a little big. I'm a
Oh,
little
please, Donnie.
large, not extra large.
Oh, he's not an extra large. Look right here. Oh, no,
I'm
he's not an extra.
going to swim in.
Look right here. These guns. They're not an extra large. No.
Oh my
No. You're still a child.
child.
Like a
I'm
child.
a child of the King.
Yes,
Just like you.
Yes, I am. Just a little older child of the King.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Slightly.
not much older. Nope. I'm not old enough to be your...
You are not
Grandfather.
old enough to be my dad because my dad
Well, your dad was
born
older.
in 36.
Let's see, he was 19 years older than your dad would be, my goodness, 86 if he was alive.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
then maybe he's born in 38. He passed away.
No,
Well,
but
that's
just do
how.
it from birth date.
Well, I know. Oh, that's right. Yes, because so the deal was that he
See, Canadian education.
died right after his birth. He was 76 when he passed away.
What was the year of his birth, dude?
That's the thing is I always forget. It's like 36 or 38.
Okay, well,
But he
86
died the
84.
year before I came here.
Right, I remember.
Yeah.
We
So
called
you don't
you
remember.
when he died.
You didn't.
No, I remember the story.
Yes,
There was-
I was heading up to
Yes.
Canada during one of his surgery preparations or an event when I got the communication from the pastoral call, the committee,
Yep. The church.
and they wanted to talk more. So that was September or something like that.
Oh, I thought that was in. I thought we called you in December or
So
November.
the call from the committee was extended in December.
Okay.
Bridget and I came out right after Christmas. I
Right.
don't remember if it was December or January. Visited.
And then you came in May.
accepted. In March I preached. So then it was officially extended by the
remember you
congregation.
preaching here.
And then you were kind of standoffish.
I can't imagine.
So
I can't. I took you out of my wing right away when it was all legal.
it was legal.
Yeah. When it was all said. And
When I was
done. I
legal.
had no choice. They said, "This is the one, Kenton."
Yeah.
Do
You're
the
stuck.
best you
You're stuck
can."
with them.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is the one.
I
do the
won't
best
say
you
what they
can.
said about you, but that's.
I
all right.
know what they said about me. Remember, I know things. Nothing surprises
You
me
play and you
anymore.
know things.
I play
That's the
am
next
a good
shirt.
listener.
That's the next shirt.
Ask any friend. I am a good listener.
Pardon?
Listener. I don't mean the actual hearing of it because I can't hear. But
That makes you a good listener.
it
You
makes
can't
me a
hear
good
a
listener
thing.
because you go, sure. I'm sorry about that.
I just told you something amazing. Don't say you're sorry.
What was amazing? That they called you? It was amazing. I don't know what they were thinking. It's okay because the kids are here.
Yeah.
God love them. The other thing is that we have in church on Sunday another baptism happening.
We have one more baptism, and hey, it's not too late that we could have a potential another one the next Sunday. I don't know. They could keep just rolling in.
That's great.
You never know. But no, we've got baptism at 8:30 on Sunday. I think we have guest musicians again. Musician. I mean, I don't know. You're not a guest, so.
No, but the other Al is.
Yeah. Megan's back from vacation, so she'll be here as part of worship.
Yes.
I'm
And
trying
then
to
we're
think.
counting down to
And yes, we have.
2 more weeks, and we'll be all one service.
Is that right?
Yeah.
This Sunday and the next Sunday?
Well, let me see. This Sunday. Oh no, you're right. Next week is 4th of July weekend. That's right.
So this Sunday
It's the last
is
two
the
Sundays.
last time we're having 2 worship services.
Yeah.
So if you want to come and worship with us live and in person, July the 3rd, because the 4th is the holiday, July 3rd, one service, 9:30 in the sanctuary. Show up at 8:30. You get a lot of time to prepare. Show up at 11. The doors might be shut and locked by then.
What if I show up
Maybe
at
not
9:30
fellowship,
for
we'll
10? Oh, that's the right time, right? 10 o'clock. No, 9:30.
9:30 in the sanctuary. The month of August, 10 o'clock
So
at
I
the
need
park.
to be like 9 o'clock.
This Sunday.
This Sunday's regular.
This Sunday in June, the last in June, regular time, 8:30 and 11.
Okay.
The following Sunday, July 3rd, one service at 9:30, we'll celebrate communion.
I mean to give an update too. 2 weeks ago, you all were hanging on the edge of your seat about my employee review. Well, I should tell you that
You're still here.
he's not bleeding.
I tried.
He's not bleeding, and I'm still here. So it must have been good. I mean,
I'm a good.
it was too good. It was almost unbelievable. No wonder you made me sign my name.
It is unbelievable.
You know what?
It's sealed. It's sealed.
I'm going to start, instead of signing my name, I'm just going to put X.
X.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Or just a big K.
Big K.
Special K.
Special K. Oh man.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's what we're gonna. That's what we're gonna call you from now on. And the bulletin's just gonna say Special K.
You were going to name my daughter Special K? Is that what you were gonna
you're
do?
Special K.
That was nice, Don. Thank you.
4 letters.
4 letters.
IEPK.
What?
You know what an
I-
IEP is? That's all right. Don't worry about it.
What was it? Tell me.
A special learning plan that they do in schools for kids who need some help. Nothing wrong with it.
You should know. Okay. Let's talk about special. Woo.
Yeah, we need an employee. What's that? What are those plans? What are those plans that you work with amongst employees when they're not?
Goals?
No,
Lesson
when
plans?
when they're not living up, when they're not.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
I've always performed at the highest level. Exactly. I'm just calling it like people see it.
Like people.
Yeah. Yeah. How you guys doing out there?
Speaking of which, do you want to play a little bit? You
Oh,
wanna
I
play a little music?
suppose do we need to have a laugh before we go?
I've been laughing.
At my expense.
I'm kind of easy.
At my expense, you've been laughing.
That's the only way to laugh.
I know it is, and it's really cheap. Okay, you got to find another reason. Bring a book of jokes next
I'm
week.
terrible with that. I'm terrible, as you know, on Sunday mornings, man. If I plan a joke, I have to remind people to laugh.
Well, I know. Because
But you know
you're-
what? In the moment,
well, you laughing to yourself, but your jokes are lousy. Lousy joke. You do better off just playing off.
right? I do better playing off.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. Somebody has to do it. Okay. I have no feelings. This is, like I said last week or 2 weeks ago, Iron Man, right here. Okay. Iron Man. I had a little dent in the last week, but still iron, still here.
You got a heart of stone.
No,
Oh, iron. I'm sorry. Steel.
iron. And if my heart is an iron, well, just iron. Okay, I'm pretty much.
Doesn't he have like no heart and he's got like some kind of.
I'm indestructible.
Sure.
Well, you know,
I mean, we've tried.
my
Many
friend,
times tried.
my
but
friend
just-
being sick and having the surgery makes me. I've lost two friends in the last few years, two lifelong friends in the last 2 years, and this is a good friend of mine now, and I'm not going to lose her. But I keep on thinking to myself, why do you keep me sticking around here? I just don't get it
I asked the same thing.
about me. What a good man he is. You know, everybody come to Canonsburg UP Church. See Don Coleman live and in person. I'm telling you what, you will not be disappointed. Now the sermons, although not nail biters, okay, there's not much plot.
Selling it.
Okay?
Selling
Not
it.
much plot,
Not
but
much
there's
plot.
a lot of info in there. He's a teacher and a preacher. Yeah, and a smoker and a toker. I don't know. But anyway, he's a preacher and a teacher. And yeah, come and hear his sermons. Yeah, come and hear my music.
Come in here. Well, now I can't say it if you say
Can't. Well, you're not quick enough.
it. No, I'm not.
You're not quick enough. You want music today.
Do you want to play some music?
Well, I'm thinking I should play some music.
I don't think anybody tuned in just to hear us gab. Although I think right out of the gate, you did provide a really helpful gift to people to process through their own little.
Well, you
hurts
know, I
and
try to
wounds and
make this
stuff
little
and-
time meaningful.
Yep.
I try to make it a little personal. I try to give other people introspection into their own hearts and mine too, and sometimes yours. But your heart is so buried in there.
Yeah.
It's buried in there. I worry
Uncaring,
about it.
unloving.
You know, and I was thinking, you know, he did promise me coffee. If you remember, he promised me coffee. And darn if I didn't show up at his house unannounced. Oh, no, I was announced last Friday, and there was the coffee. I've been drinking it ever since. It was really, really good. I'm probably using too much coffee because today I put a ton of creamer in there, and it wasn't lighting it up. So, but the taste of it is really good.
Good.
Good coffee. Yeah, so I got coffee. You got church. We got church. Get church. You need church. Church needs you. Got church. Get it. All right, and you can even, you know, we'll tell you where these T-shirts came from if I ever found out. Okay?
Next thing you know,
It'll be a trend, man. It's going to happen. It's going to go viral. These T-shirts are going viral. Got church. It's going to be across the United States, and you're going to say to me, you know, I should have listened to that old man.
should have listened to that old man.
Yep. That's what you're going to say. I should have listened to that
Should have
old man.
listened to that old man.
I can say that about
Got
myself.
church.
You know what? Get church. Get church quick while he's still here, because he's going to be bleeding in just a little while. Bleeding, I tell you. All right, here's some music. Thanks for coming. Anybody needs somebody. Got church? Anybody needs somebody to lean on. Bye-bye. See you next week. Get church.